An economic crisis is erupting at the US-Canada border, 75% of cross-border vehicles gone, and US towns are losing 60% of their income overnight. This isn't a normal recession. It's the fallout of Canada pulling back, and doing it deliberately. For decades, Canadian shoppers were the lifeblood of US border towns. Cheap gas, groceries, and pickups made it worth the trip. But those border towns, Blaine, Calais, Sault Ste. Marie, were built on a fragile assumption that Canadians would always come. Then came the tariffs, political standoffs, and border tension. Trump's America First playbook burned the bridge. In Blaine, Canadians once made up 60% of retail sales. By June 2025, border traffic had dropped more than 75%. Gas stations are closing. Amazon lockers are vanishing. Local jobs, gone. And the tax base is collapsing. Blaine officials are begging DC for help. But proposals like a tax-free zone are still just talk. Meanwhile, a 3-week detention of a Canadian family at the Blaine crossing. That shattered trust. For many, the message was clear: don't come. Younger residents are leaving. They no longer believe things will bounce back. In Calais, the crisis is quieter but just as deep. St. Stephen, across the bridge in New Brunswick, now has its own superstores and delivery networks. And with the Canadian dollar weak, there's no bargain to be had in the US anymore, especially after you factor in border fees. The story is the same in Sault Ste. Marie, where the international bridge no longer connects two communities, it separates two realities. While American towns struggle, Canada has built its independence. New fulfillment centers, faster delivery, and homegrown infrastructure mean Canadians don't need to cross the border. With domestic systems booming and consumer habits shifting, even a future political thaw may not bring shoppers back. This isn't just about border towns. US wheat exports have plunged 40% to key partners like Mexico and the Philippines. Years of unpredictable trade moves have made US wheat look unstable, even risky, to longtime buyers. The Philippines, once America's most loyal wheat customer, dropped its imports by nearly $240 million in just 2 months. Mexico. Same story. Tariff fatigue from other US products pushed them to diversify away from US wheat. And it's not just politics. A labor crisis is choking American farms. ICE raids have gutted the seasonal workforce. With 42% of farm labor undocumented, there simply aren't enough hands to harvest. And delays are killing contracts. Worse still, the global wheat game has changed. It's no longer about price, it's about trust, traceability, and sustainability. The EU now demands low-carbon, chemical-free imports. US wheat isn't meeting those standards anymore. France, Italy, countries that once relied on US wheat, are now switching to Canada. Why? Because Canada prepared. Through trade deals like CETA and high-tech farming, they built wheat tailored for each market. Canada didn't just sell grain. They sold solutions and trust. Every shipment is traceable, clean, and reliable. Meanwhile, Trump's trade war is destroying old alliances. Maine alone lost 200,000 Canadian tourists this year. And when lobster shacks and small businesses started suffering, Governor Janet Mills begged Canada to reconsider. She said Canadians were hurting their friends. But the truth? They're responding to being insulted. From tariffs to Trump's 51st state joke, Canadians felt disrespected, and they're pushing back in silence. Their boycott isn't just emotional, it's strategic. A bottom-up protest creating pressure that trickles all the way to Washington. When tourists stay home, businesses suffer. When businesses suffer, senators get phone calls. And all the while, Trump continues to preach patriotism, while his own policies destroy American jobs in steel, autos, and farming. The Canadian boycott didn't cause the crisis, it exposed it. It revealed how fragile US trade really is, and how quickly goodwill can vanish when respect is lost. Trump underestimated Canada. He forgot that pride can be more powerful than profit. The real question now is, what's the cost of disrespecting a friend? And is America willing to pay it? If this breakdown taught us anything, it's that loyalty can't be taken for granted, and trust, once lost, is hard to rebuild. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe. Drop a comment. We want to hear your thoughts. This is the Untold Compass, and we'll see you in the next one.